Well, hello my dear companions, welcome back to Doki Doki Summertime, part 2 of the Yuri route. As you might know, on the second part of each route we're pretty much gonna have the second date, and on each second date we have to pick another girl than the main girl for the route. And pretty much the girls we have left to do the second routes for are Monica and Sayori. I've heard you will have like a special bad ending, if you say so, if you pick Monica as a second date. I guess we have to do that one, but I think that will ruin the route. So I will do that in a Natsuki, the last route, and we will. I think I have to do the second date for Natsuki 2 times, one with Monica and one with another girl. But anyhow, for the Yuri route, we're gonna stick with Sayori, I think. It's Wednesday, my dudes. We are getting ready, no surprises. Doing our morning routine. As I said before, when things are similar to what we have done before, I will do it a bit quicker. One of the books. I recall how pleasantly surprised I was when I found out how exciting the story is, despite the modest looking cover. I remember Yuri telling me about their meeting today. Maybe it would be okay if I joined them. I think so. I have Sayori's number, so I'll text her and ask about it, just so I'm not coming unannounced. Yo, Sayori. I heard you are having a meeting today. Her reply arrives a minute later.
Yeah. See you at the same park, Salazar.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so but Sayori is always happy for us to come. I wonder what other girls will be like. Maybe Monica will have another game in mind. Maybe Natsuki made cupcakes again and there will be some left for me. Maybe Yuri. You know, come on. Maybe as well go and find out. Yeah, let's roll. Let's roll. The girls are not only still in the park when I arrive, but are also at the same location. Hey everyone!
Hi! Oh, it's you again.
Hi Zaza. Can't say I'm surprised to see you again. As you know, on the second day, the main girl will be absent for some reason. I guess that is Monica trying to, get her way with you. Sayori told me you're joining us, but I had a hunch even before that. How so? No reason. I just know every plot route, and I will mess up your game. Pretty much. Man, I'm really this predictable.
Monica, do you know where Yuri is?
She sent me a message in the morning saying she's going away with... I believe she also said she wanted to talk some things over with her.
I bet as we speak she's going on about the latest horror story she read, and her mom is just stuck with her as she rambles on stuff. At least the new weirdo is not as talkative, so it's easy to put up with him.
You have a boy in the club? I guess they're talking about us. Not as smart.
Not as smart either.
We get it.
Kinda like listening to Yuri. Her slow and soft voice is so calming. It's actually made me fall asleep.
Is that a good thing?
It was a bit surprising when I woke up and she wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
I noticed she's gone missing a couple of times too. You don't suppose the rumors are true about her, do you?
Rumors?
You mean the thing
About her collecting pens? Oh, we know about that. If we played the main game or seen it, she like pens. She really like pens, if you say so.
No, dummy. You're making 2 different rumors.
I remember hearing rumors of a weird girl messing around in the girls' restroom. About pens being involved, yeah. check out the main game or a let's play of it if you don't know. It's something. Could have they been talking about Yuri? Was it entirely made up? I don't want to think about what she might have been doing that got people talking. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with collecting items.
Yeah, just collecting certain items isn't a big deal, but they are say she's doing more than that.
I don't know, Natsuki. They are probably just malicious rumors. But whenever I tried talking about it with her, she was very dismissive.
What are those rumors? Am I supposed to know this? I'm lost.
It's probably nothing, Sayori. Sasa, do you have any obligation to attend to at the moment? Because in case you don't, you could stay a little longer than you did on Monday. Okay? Okay, let's do it. Anything special to do? Or someone? If I could stay. Wonderful. Stay a while and listen. You might identify a topic that gets you interested in reading a book or even a tome. I have a feeling that even if one of them sat by my side and guided me through an entire book, the words on the pages wouldn't keep my attention from drifting off. Especially not if they only talk about those printed words. But hey, change my mind. Monica and Natsuki start laying out their plans for the summer. Visiting places, doing things together, a lot of girly stuff that's just boring to listen to. I look at the park with a blank expression and soon all the chatter just fades into the background. Suddenly, I'm jolted back to reality by a dog barking as it's running past me. I turn around to see it and I spot Sayori playing around with a brown fur ball. I notice a lively but distinctly calm temper, just sitting on the ground looking with curious puppy eyes at all the people around. I want to go there and ruffle that scruffy hair. Dog is cute too, I guess. Dog 2 is... he was talking about Sayori. Hey, am I allowed to give a pat on the head? Sayori, we're not talking about the dog. I lean back down and pat her on her head lightly.
What are you doing? I'm not a dog. I get why they like it so much.
These two seem to be in tune with each other. Did it say anything nice to you?
Woof woof? But I'm paraphrasing.
She gets a chuckle out of me. For as long as I've known her, she always had that ability, regardless of how upset I was. I remember this one time when she was over at our house and I asked her what's the time. We had an old radio in the living room back then. She read the display and said... It's... Oh, Sayori, she's so quirky and adorable. I couldn't talk because I was laughing so hard. I teased her for at least a week with it. But she figured it stops being funny when she looks at me with sad puppy eyes.
Salazar, do you think I should ask my parents for a dog? They're like the perfect companions.
Companions, I know.
I would walk him, feed him, teach him tricks, cuddle with him, and walk him.
That's a pretty big responsibility, you know? Besides, what happened to your cat?
You mean Muffin? Well, he just leapt out of my window one day and never came back. Never ever saw him anywhere in the city.
I know this, we have seen this before.
Do you think he could have started a new life with a new identity? Maybe he got into trouble with a local cat gang. Maybe he was secretly a cat burglar cat and roamed the city with burglaries.
No cat gang, Sayori.
Just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean they don't exist. Cats are very sneaky, you know.
She's so adorable. While we were arguing about the possibility of feline crime syndicate, the little dog rushed away. Clearly, our subject was appalling.
Wait, the petting isn't done yet.
Sayori starts running after a newfound four-legged friend, but gives up when she notices it's running back to its owner, an old man. Monica and Sayori changed the subject to some book I haven't heard about. until they bring up something that was assigned to us in school or story with a movie adaptation, I'm stuck with listening. Meanwhile, Natsuki fumbles around in her little bag, pulls out a cookie. It's almost twice the size of her little hand. It's even bigger than my hand. We know the cookie story. The plastic wrapping makes loud crunchy sounds as she rips it open and folds it back to start nibbling on it. I know this was so awkward in another playthrough when we had this part.
Why are you looking at me?
Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. By the way, is that a chocolate chip cookie?
Yep, it's fresh too.
Sounds delicious. It's actually my favorite. My mom used to make it all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, my mom too. She was great at the things cooking and baking.
That must be great.
Yeah, it was. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to eat.
Okay. The disappointment in my tone was probably a bit too obvious. You should never do that. I mean, make another person feel so awkward and, you know, I don't like it.
Well, if it is your favorite, I guess we could share it this one time. Not like we're going to meet much after this anyway.
We don't know that. Yeah, and no more meetings after this. I mean, share.
It's your piece, now let me enjoy mine.
Thank you, Natsuki.
You're welcome. Now shut up and let's eat.
It's even better than I imagined it would be. Keeping a slow pace is proving to be a challenge. As the desire to have it all to myself is beating down on me. Licking my finger, I almost get the sensual feeling. I'm jolted back to reality after I realize Natsuki is giving me a weird look. Yeah. Don't get awkward with the cookie. I feel pretty stupid. It was just her cookie after all. Finished with her conversation, Monica comes up to me with the same confidence everybody admires her for. Zaza, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? As long as you're not trying to sell me something, I'm an open book. It's not like that, don't worry. Oh, I'm worried. I'm always worried when she's on screen. Do you remember the school festival? Yeah, it was okay. I didn't see you at our club's presentation. Which isn't surprising given the numbers in attendance we had. That's actually related to what I want to ask you about. Seeing as you're an outsider, what's the impression you have of the club? Yeah, we have seen this before. Pretty much the same in the other routes. Full of cute, yeah, that's not a good compliment, really. It's like a cool bunch, really. You're probably talking about before I met you all. Okay. Sound like a club for people who aren't fed up with reading. After all, the mandatory studying. Mandatory. That's a perspective I didn't consider. People tend to dislike things that are forced upon them, even if it's on in their own best interest, don't they? Yeah, so don't force anything on us, Monica. Don't do that. I should really learn that lesson. Oh, you should. You should. You seem like a kind-hearted leader. Bossy boss. I'm glad you view me that way. I'm just afraid I would abuse my power if I pushed to the edge. If I'm pushed to the edge, you know. Oh, you abused the shit out of that power in the main game. But I probably couldn't do much harm, right? I'm just an innocent little schoolgirl. Oh, yeah. Anyway, thanks for the input. Don't mention it. Wanna do some games? Yes, the acronym game, here we go. We can do this. Okay, let's save. Okie dokie. So let's try to get Sayori this time. Hopefully we can get her picture. And then I think Sayori's route, we have got all her pictures. Because we need to get all the pictures for each girl to get the secret ending. Okie doke. Here we go. So something cute and quirky, you know. Very nice. There we go. Sounds like a waterfall. Nose sniff. Ooh, friends wait. Damn it, that was Natsuki. Oh, we don't have one here. Oh. Just kittens. Oh, that's Natsuki too. Where's the pepperoni? There you have Sayori. Unsalted flamingo omelette. Urgent flower offer. Flying objects. Unsalted flamingo. That's cooking. So I guess flower offer. Yeah. There we go. Sayori. Use ingredients. I guess that would be Natsuki. I guess that would be Monica. Garbage unless ironic. Sayori. Lumpy dried rice. So everything's food. Would be Natsuki, I think. Too long, didn't read. That's Sayori. Yes. Bit longer time, Sayori. Yes. This kiss you're lazy to Sayori? Yes, there we go. One more. Sound effects. Everything computery, technological would be Monica. Steamed facts, though? Oh, there we go. We did it. I guess that's Sayori. Yes! Would you like to have another go at it?
Yes? No thanks.
I get what Natsuki is coming from. Maybe another time, Zelza. Maybe another time. I promise you. Next route. Next route, Monica. So we need a second date with her as well. There's a minute of silence between us. Monica's the one who interrupts it. She brings up things related to literature and the club. Maybe it's time for me to leave before I embarrass myself with an extremely limited knowledge of the topic.
Hey Salsa, let's break bread.
She extends one hand towards me.
I mean, Cookie, you can have half of mine.
It's a funny way to start a conversation about how could somebody say no to something so sweet. Thanks, Yuri. As I take the pastry, she munches down on her own half. I guess so many of you might be really angry that because we're gonna upset Sayori in this route. We upset each girl that we take for the second date. But we have to do that. We have to do that with every girl to get all different routes, if you say so. So it breaks my heart, but we had a lovely route with her in the previous one, so that's good. As I take the pastry, she munches down on her half.
It's delicious.
She talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cookie around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I do the same. I always look for the best place to take a bite. It's so weird. I mean, you eat the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter. But it looks almost the same. However, I look usually it does with a cookie. Man, sometimes I do the stupid. Yeah.
The Salsa, how do things go for you before sunbreak?
She's probably referring to all the time we spent apart after she started waking up late. You know, I've been doing all kinds of things, kinds of stuff. Studying too. I don't want to bore you with the details. There are no details. I do the same stuff I've been doing for years now. I don't even remember everything I've watched and played, even though I was sober all the time. I guess. What about you? You never told me much after you joined the club.
Yeah, the club. It helped me a lot being in the club. Everyone is so good there. I learned a lot.
I think it helped her a lot actually with her mental stability, if you say so. Like what?
Well, Monica gave us really good writing tips. We even wrote our own poems, which helped me express myself in new ways. I wrote about all kinds of stuff that was on my mind.
I never knew you had things for writing. What did you write about?
You know, just simple happy thoughts.
We know about those happy thoughts.
I once wrote a poem about waking up and having...
Yeah, that's the best one. It really sounds like something you'd come up with. When I was a kid, I imagined you as the kind of person who always wakes up with a smile on her face. Guess some things never change.
Some things really don't, Salsa.
She still likes us. She still likes us. There's an awkward pause between us. Seeing as the other girls aren't paying any attention, I decide it's time to leave. I wait for the right time to interject and approach the other girls. Hey, just wanted to say goodbye before I go. That's nice of you, Salsa. See you later.
Okay, bye. Salsa, would you like to go home together?
Sure, I don't mind. But how come you're not staying for longer?
Well,
I've known her for long enough to know when she's lying. Especially if she's making it up on the spot, yeah. But why would she need to lie? Maybe she doesn't want to tell me something about the girls. I don't think this could be about me. Oh, it totally is. It totally is.
Go on, I'm all ears.
Oh, I think that was supposed to be us.
I forgot to do something at home. And it just occurred to me, so I really have to go.
That sounds urgent. Would you like me to go with you?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's something I have to do alone.
What? Would you mind telling me what's the emergency all of a sudden?
Girl stuff. Don't...
Okay. Okay. This does sound like some lame excuse. It's a lame excuse. Don't press her. Yeah, don't press her. Okay, okay. Are you ready to go?
Let's say goodbye to the girls and we can go.
I don't remember if we had this before. We did. Yeah. I don't remember. Let's see. Hopefully, it's another completely new thing for the second date. It is kind of boring to sit in the public transport with only strangers around you, but you can just use your smartphone like literally everyone else does. Besides, she could go home with one of.
I'm ready.
Let's go on an adventure. What? Hold your horses, Spartan. Don't you have something to do at home?
Yeah, but we can have a little bit of adventure on the way there.
She totally wants to. Oh. I nearly said it. She totally wants to hang with us. Yeah, I said it. I can. Damn, that got dark. I can only think of a few things that are less adventurous than going home.
Come on, don't be so half-hearted. Otherwise I'm going to draw my weaponized optimism.
That's totally what she has. Weaponized optimism. Drawing what on me?
No, Celia. This meant that I'm going to cheer you up. Life can be so much fun if you let yourself enjoy little things.
It's important to enjoy the little things. It's really important. Yes, it's always the simple things with you, Sayori.
That's mean. Besides, overthinking can make your life pretty miserable.
Oh, I know about that. I am really good at overthinking things. Way too much. What do you know about misery? Ooh. A lot.
Well, what do you know about thinking too much?
Touché. We wait for a few minutes for our bus to arrive.
Wanna hear another one?
But don't laugh, you lose.
There were 10 cats on the boat and one jumped. How many were left?
9?
Wrong. None, because the rest were copycats.
Jokes like these are so good. I mean, they are so bad, so they become good. That actually got me. I tried to hold back my laughter, which resulted in my face contorting.
I won. That's the face of happy loser.
Hey Sayori, look here. Look there.
What is the...
Wanted to poke her on the nose after she turned back, but her eyes got fixated on something outside.
That's our park.
Look out of the window. We just passed a place we used to visit as kids all the time.
Remember how much time we spent there together?
Looking back at her, I see a childlike yearning for adventure. Because in the previous episode, when we got the first date with Yuri, it was pretty much the same as we did on her second date in the Monica route. I don't remember what kind of dates we did with Sayori. Don't remember. I think we went to the park actually when I think about it. So maybe it's just completely the same. But you can still make my days much better than I expect it to go. I'm going to thank her for it. In fact, I think I know a way to pay back the favor. We get off the bus at our street. As we walk towards her house, she slows down and has her eyes locked on the ground in front of her. We're here. You look like you're not in a hurry anymore. Did we arrive too late, Sayori?
No, we still have some time.
I hope. There's something I wanted to tell you, Sayori.
Yeah?
Thanks for inviting me to your club meetup on Monday. Even if Yuri couldn't make it today, I had a lot of fun with you.
Oh, I didn't really invite you, but I'm glad you enjoyed hanging out with the other girls.
It's not about them, really. I enjoyed it because I got to spend some time with you again. Yeah, if you would like to go and hang out.
Yep.
He didn't say on which day. I think we're gonna have the same, but maybe with the background this time, with a new background. I'm free tomorrow.
I get ready in the morning and wait for you to come over.
I didn't even tell you where we're going or what time, so
Shh, it doesn't matter. Trust you on this one.
You say so. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
She storms through the gates of her house as if she just found out she won the lottery. I shake my head with an amused smile on my face. She has the same bubbly personality that I liked her for. I'm worried how she'll handle later life though. Life later on. No, I should heed her advice. Shouldn't overthink it. I'm glad she's just so upbeat, and the other club members seem to like her as well. Yuri most likely wouldn't mind if I spent a day with my childhood friend. Hope she'll be back the next meeting. After all, he still seems rather mysterious to me, even after our encounter on Tuesday. Daydreaming aside, I should probably go home and get a good night's rest. Sayori will probably drain most of my energy tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, it could be so fun to enjoy company with these kind of people, but sometimes it takes so much of your energy, really. So it's Thursday. Let's save. Let's go on a date. Yep. But I think it's the park again, you know. Washed out of bed, land in my slippers. Look at my clock. Everything is fine. It's 9:11. Make a cup of coffee. Yesterday I thought of a place I could... Yeah, the park. Have some fond memories of the two of us roaming around that part of the town. There was this one time she nearly fell in the water. I caught her, but I lost my balance and got wet instead of her. That's awkward. This mod really has so many Easter eggs. And that event... Was that in Exit Music? The other mod? The Natsuki mod? I'm pretty sure I've had that happen. No, maybe that was just another route. I don't know, I just recognized the whole catching her before falling in the water and falling down instead. Maybe that was another mod, I don't remember. But I like how this mod actually have these kind of Easter eggs all the time, referring to the main game and other mods and such. Look through my clothes and think of what to wear for a moment. Not that I'm going out of my way to impress her, but it doesn't hurt to look decent now and then, right? No, you should. All dressed up, I check to see if I've got everything I need before leaving. The familiar feeling of walking down our street vanishes as I stop in the front of Sayori's house. We used to visit each other all the time. I remember how happy she was to see me after I went away with my parents for a week or two. Even among the other kids, I never experienced anybody being so overjoyed to see me. Since entering each other's house was accepted between us, I just assumed she'd be fine if I came in without ringing the bell or knocking. But you should do that. But if I remember, I think I remember what happens here. If it's the same date as we did in her route before, after entering the house, only silence greets me. I call out to her. Sayori? Is she still sleeping? She said she'll be ready by the time I arrive. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. There she goes.
Gotcha!
Yeah, it's the same. Okay. I guess this will be the same date, or very similar to what we had in her route. But maybe with a new picture, hopefully. Can't complain though. A hug from her is a welcome surprise. I was the first to let go. Looks like she's ready to go and was just waiting for this moment.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I can't hear you.
Oh my god, I mean... me personally, I'm not this energetic, so it would be so draining to be with people like this.
Oh, let's go.
He rushes to the entrance and waits for me outside by the open door. I feel like I'm taking an excited dog for a walk. My own dog that I'm very fond of, that is.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
You'll see soon enough. All I say is that we went there before.
He's telling me it's not the...
Oh, we're taking her to the dentist. That would be so awkward. Why would we go there?
Was it the place we went to together?
People had soundtracks to their lives. Yours would be a list of laugh tracks. Yeah, it totally would. We walk through the streets of our neighborhood and our conversation trails towards our separate experiences in school this year. Anyway, did you manage to raise your grades? I also remember you were telling me about getting bad grades for assignments.
Yep, my grades got better. Back then, I might have run out of time while writing some of them. But don't worry, there's a good reason for that. I leave my assignments to the last minute because the older, therefore wiser I will... Oh my god. So she waits with her assignments so she can become older and wiser before she does them. I guess that's the way. Yeah. We're almost at the park. Wanna race to it? Yes!
It's only about 100 steps from here, but I managed to cram in some teasing before we get there. You know what you are? A running gag. She started giggling just enough for me to get ahead and arrive at the first place. Yeah, I remember this. We went in the park last time. Sayori is slightly panting as she crosses the imaginary finish line.
Another gag, Salazar. I'm a real human being.
Bean? We We both laugh at each other as we regain our composure. We feel a wave of nostalgia wash through as we're walking into the park. So many memories of the two of us playing around here and by the river. We reach an open area of the park that's covered with bright green grass, the kind of which you can comfortably lie down.
This looks like the ideal place for us. Let me just whip it out, and we can pass it between the two of us.
What? Reaches into her bag and pulls out a frisbee.
Wanna go first?
Let her go first this time. Well, I don't remember which one we picked when I think about it. Let's go first this time. I think we let her do it first this last time.
Yes, don't go too hard. I don't want to lose it right away.
The weather is perfect for playing out in the open. Just enough clouds to give some variety to the blue sky. Light breeze cools us down while the shining sun keeps us warm. That's the perfect weather, really. It's almost poetic how well this combination meshes with the game I'm playing. Running after the frisbee makes my heart beat faster, while looking at Sayori's bright smile calms my soul like nothing else I can think of right now. As we're exchanging it between us, our eyes occasionally lock onto the others. Her eyes have a glow to them that I don't recall seeing before. Is she alert? Yeah, she is. Dense protagonists. We've been playing for about 15 minutes now. I'm getting tired of throwing it away and decide to keep it once I have it.
Aren't you going to throw it back?
Shaking my head, I approach Sayori. Let's rest a bit, okay?
Okay.
With that, she lies down on the grass and spreads her arms beside her. Closing her eyes, she lets out an almost comedic sigh. Sit down next to her. She's just lying there without saying anything. It feels awkward to just look over her like this, so I lie down about an arm's length away from her.
Dear sunshine.
She talking to me? That's not something she would say to me.
The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me.
Isn't this from her poem in the main game, or one of her poems? In Doki Doki Literature Club? I think so when I think about it. I think so.
Kissing my forehead to help me out of my bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you?
She goes silent again. A minute passes as I wait for her to continue. Was that a poem?
I wrote it.
Yeah. I liked it. Is that all of it?
No. I just forgot the other half.
Of course she did. Memory not serving you well?
I guess I'm remembering other things. Do you remember how you would always grab my hand and guide us towards the river? We'd spend our days making all sorts of contraptions with sticks and rocks.
Yeah, I can't remember what we actually made, but I remember having a ton of fun together. Do you remember that one time you fell in the river?
When I fell in there, I thought I was going to die. You came and saved me.
We were literally a few steps from the shoreline. No worries of drowning.
That's not the point. Felt like I could count on you.
Okay, so that's the picture now. Okay, so it's the same date, but now with the picture. So now we have all the pictures for Sayori. That's good. That's good.
Even if I was a burden, you were there for me.
Had so many adventures together. You really burdened with unexpected adventures, that's for sure. Remember that time you almost set your house on fire? Yeah, I remember this.
It was my first time cooking alone.
What about when you almost flooded your house? First time washing hands?
You meanie. You're saying these like you never did anything wrong. Like when you...
Damn it. She can't remember any time we did something wrong. Well, I let out a chuckle at Sayori's attempt at making fun at me. One of them actually turned out well.
My house not burning down?
It's adorable. That's pretty good. Remember when your parents left you for a single weekend? Still don't know how, but you locked yourself out of the house. Then you came over to our house and we had a sleepover.
It was super awesome. Lost every time, but it was so cool to play with your parents. Really miss that when... Never mind.
Nothing on your mind?
I was just thinking about how much you helped me when I did all these stupid things. You never even shouted at me for it.
Yeah, it's what friends are for, right?
I'm so glad you haven't changed a lot after all these years. Like when you were rushing to climb up that old tree and I fell over trying to catch up with you. I started crying really hard and you didn't even notice. You were kind of oblivious in some ways.
Yeah, I was so lost in all the games we played. So in a way, it was my fault.
But you came back when you saw that I was hurt. You always came back.
Oh, I can't wait to break her heart this route. Yeah, I always did.
That's a sweetheart, Salazar.
Don't say that, you make me feel weird.
I know. Your mom always called you that.
That's not really why it feels weird. He was always my best friend. It feels like more than something a friend would say. Especially after being gone for so long.
On your mind, Salazar.
Since the day we met, it just occurred to me that it was so many years ago. I've forgotten how we met. Didn't we first meet when you moved here when we were children?
Well, yeah, we saw each other when we moved in, but we didn't really meet each other until the fair.
Oh, so okay. We are kind of neighbors. Kind of. And we met at the fair and started talking there. Okay. Now I remember, there used to be a summer fair that would come into town every year. Yeah, I remember, my parents took me. I was wandering around looking at the games when I saw you there. You were crying. Oh, what?
I was new to town and didn't know anybody. I was alone and kind of scared in the big place.
Yeah, I remember.
You came over and asked why I was so sad. When I said I didn't have any friends, you said you'd be my friend so I wouldn't have to be sad anymore.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable.
And I wasn't.
I remember. Just couldn't stand to see you upset. Guess I still can't.
Thanks, Elsa. You don't know how much that means to me.
Didn't think it was that big of a deal. Anytime, Sayori. Anytime. How about we check out the river? You know, like we used to?
Yay!
That's a non-verbal approval if I have ever heard one. We make our way to this riverside. It's just as peaceful as it was in my memories. We approached the fence. It was hard to jump over when we were kids. I helped Sayori climb over and I follow right after her. We stand next to the river and watch the calmly flowing water. This is actually a narrow branch of the river that runs through the city. It looks so much more shallow and narrow than when we were kids. I could probably walk through it to the other side without getting my face wet. as I'm assessing the possibilities of fighting against the current, Sayori is pulling on my shirt sleeve.
Captain, wake up! We're on land!
I look over to Sayori and she's got that playful expression on her face that I remember so fondly from our childhood. Lieutenant Sayori, reporting for booty. You're supposed to report for duty. Duty.
But I'm a pirate, so I want booty.
What you do? I let out a chuckle and as Sayori's childlike play pretend. Putting one arm over her shoulders, I motion her towards the calmly flowing river. Here's an idea. Remember what we used to collect when we were kids? When we were here as kids?
River pearls.
River pearls? That's what you call them. Wanna go and look for some nicely shaped river pebbles? Like nice stones, I guess. Nice pebbles. I'm sure if you don't go overboard with them, your parents wouldn't mind.
I wanna find one that's shaped like a dinosaur.
That's a bit unlikely, don't you think?
How would you know? Are you a river researcher?
No, I'm not, but still. A pebbleographer? A pearlologist?
That's what I thought. I'm going to find that one shaped like a Nipponosaurus.
Nippon? Doesn't that mean Japan in Japanese? Nippon? Or is that Tokyo? Tokyo, when I think about it. Anyhow. Is that even a real dinosaur name?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find that pebble anyway.
After taking off our shoes, we begin our search for the fabled dinosaur-shaped pebble in the shallows of the river. For the sake of safety, we leave our phones in our shoes. That's a good idea. This is just another reminder of how much things have changed. Although I feel a bit silly doing this, it brings back so many memories of the times we used to explore our city. Sometimes my parents accompanied us, but many times it was just the two of us. There was this old tree that we tried climbing at least a dozen times. I only managed to do it on a couple of occasions. However, Sayori was only able to climb up once, even then just because I gave her a helping hand. We have helped her a lot through the years. That one time we stayed up there for what seemed like an hour. She kept insisting that we stay a little longer. Felt really boring, however, looking back at it, the two of us sitting side by side on a big branch must have looked pretty damn cute. I guess so. It felt Sayori did, at the very least. I mean, we are fond of Sayori and always been. Have always been. As I'm wordlessly picking up and dropping down ugly pebbles, I suddenly feel Sayori poking me on my shoulder.
Do you see what I see?
He's holding up a black pebble that's almost perfectly shaped like an egg.
See? I told you I'd find one that's shaped like a dinosaur.
That just looks like an egg. A dinosaur egg, I guess, yeah. Since I don't want to be called out on not being a dinosaur expert, I assume she's probably right. You happy with your booty?
Yep. I'm gonna treasure it, make a nest for it, keep it warm until it hatches. And I'm gonna be a dinosaur riding pirate of the Caribbean.
That would be awesome. Is that supposed to be a reference to something? As I said, this game has so many Easter eggs about movies and games and yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Alright then, keep your secrets. Before you came along, I was very well thought out. Never had any adventures or did anything unexpected.
What's that supposed to mean?
Sayori, I'm glad you're back. That's what I want to say. Really.
So am I, Salsa. So am I.
The air seems to be suddenly heavy between us. I almost have the feeling of awkwardness, but this is something different. love. I decided to break the silence and stop it before I make her feel bad. Hey, why don't we take the egg off yours home?
Okay.
We start making our way home and chat about many things that happened during the long period we spent apart from each other. Sayori's phone let out a little cat-like jingle, but she either didn't notice it or just didn't care enough to check what it was about. Okay. Her expression changed as we were nearing her house. The lively grin from before turned more somber now.
So there's something I wanted to tell you.
Go on.
Well, I just wanted to say thanks for going out with me today.
Before I could say another word, she gives me a hug and holds me for a few seconds. It has been a long time since I hugged her like this, and it feels different. But in a good way. Don't mention it, I think we both had fun today.
Yeah, I'll see you. Wait! Did you check my phone?
She hurriedly pulls out her phone from her pocket and fumbles to read the message sent to her.
Wanna go get ice cream?
What? Me now?
No, tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
The girls are having another meetup, and this time it's in a brand new ice shop.
Yeah, we know this.
So, wanna join us?
We're gonna join her. We're gonna join her. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yuri hugs me once again. But this time, for a little longer. And a little stronger. But this is the Yuri route. This is the Yuri route, so you know the drill. It's Friday. Okay, cool. Friday. Here we go. And hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a favorite, and tell me in the comments down below what you just think about this mod so far. And yeah, this is so good. I love this mod so far, and I can't wait to get to the end, to get the secret ending. But hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a favorite, and see you soon. Never ever forget to stay awesome. Toodeloo!